Managing people is really challenging. So managing employees, managing customers, like customer relationships, I'm really, really sensitive and conscious of how people's experience and whether or not they're enjoying themselves and they feel value in what we do. And being an art-based business has a duality to it, because we're both kind of in it for the art's sake, and I'm in it for the business sake as well. I'm trying to mesh those two things together because this is my livelihood and how I support myself, keeping the integrity of the art and the what people's value and experience out of coming to the studios is really important, and it's tricky at the same time. So I often, every time I think about how I want to grow the business or where my challenges are faced within the business, I always go back to the art aspect of it and why I'm in it in the first place, and why I chose dance as my form, and why I think it's important why it was important for me, and it fuels why I want to spread the message to others, because I feel like they could get this deep experience that I got out of it, and I want to share that. When you're dealing with a company that has so many children and so many families and so many personalities, the idea of pleasing everybody gets daunting. And as much as I try to make that happen, I know some people's experiences aren't that, and they don't see value in what we do, and I have to be accepting of that. Yet because I'm so personally attached to like what I'm selling, which is this art form, it's hard on me emotionally when I feel like something goes awry or askew around someone's point of view, or something. It's not my intent. What wasn't my intention comes out as something else. So I would say that's the hardest part, because of my emotional attachment to what it is that I'm selling. As a business. I wanted to be a performer. I was sure of that. I knew I wanted to go to dance school. Or no, I didn't even know that I wanted to go to dance school, because I didn't know that you could go to school and become a dancer. I thought that you had to kind of quit school and just join the community and start auditioning and figure it out. I didn't realize that there were conservatories and places that I could go in order to enhance my career. And I had no interest in running a business or choreographing or running a school. That wasn't really on my agenda at all. I just wanted to be a performer. And it wasn't until I had to figure out what I was going to do to make a living that I considered it. When I first started the business, all I could hope for is that it would pay the bills for me to buy food, pay rent, and give something to a community of adults. I didn't have a children's program at that point, and I didn't consider having a children's program, because when I first started it, I opened it up as a dance and fitness center for adults. And it really transitioned into something completely different, and I hadn't anticipated that. If I hadn't had a child so young, I would have been a performer for a much longer period of time. And I might even today be part of a dance company and never had children. And because I made the choice to have children, that sent me into this direction of business that I wasn't aware that I had any skills in at all. And I started a children's program because my daughter was young. She was AJ, my oldest daughter, was around 3 or 4, and I felt like she needed, it'd be cool if she had a dance class. And I think our first kids' dance classes were thrown in with adults. We just started allowing children to take class with the adults, and it started with just a couple classes a week, and then that was obvious, really clearly the largest growth sector of what I was doing was within kids. I feel really proud of creating an environment for youth, teens, children, that they feel like is their second home. It's a place that people want to go to, where they can escape school, escape home life, escape whatever it is that might be difficult about growing up as a youth today, and they can feel safe at Rocco and want to be at Rocco and create good, solid friendships here, and do it in a creative and art-based environment.